Maru, herO, Zoun DRG, soO, round of 10, Group A. Africa TV Freak Up Studio Live 2022 GSL Season 2.
Thanks for waiting, everybody. We're back, and it's time to go to the PVZ, which has been mostly PVZs today, I guess. herO and soO are up next, and this is going to be an interesting one. soO looked like he was a different player, like the version of him in the past that was dominant. A lot of harass, a lot of split-second decisions where he knew to come in and take a fight, canceling nexuses, overwhelming with mutas. Some great link counterattacks. It was really exciting to see. But herO is that guy with the new style.
Yeah. Now, if herO wins this match, he wins the group, which is huge.
That's right.
He goes right to the round of 4. But, like, let's say soO wins, then Zoun beats Maru, which isn't completely impossible. We're going to have everyone at 2-2, and we're going to have to go to all sorts of tiebreak rules.
Yeah.
So there's some craziness that is afoot right now.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. Let's see, where's soO at right now? He's -2. So, is he out no matter what?
No. If he 2-0s here, then he and herO are tied, but he'll be winning that on tiebreak, I believe.
It really
we have a certain order, everything goes on tiebreak. But obviously, he'll be winning on the head-to-head. So a 2-0 here is huge for him, and in fact, a 2-1, I believe, puts him in the top 3. Like we said on the first week, anything's possible. Nothing gets completely decided on the first day.
That's right. herO is appearing to play the best out of everybody in the group so far. He's had some very impressive games, not just in this matchup, but overall. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Keep in mind, soO, let's not forget he did that crazy cheese of Game 2 against Zoun. He may have some more stuff like that.
Totally.
When he was getting to finals over and over and over again in GSL, he was doing a lot of kind of, hair-splitting moves here.
Yeah. It's great to see him have some of that killer instinct once again as well.
Yeah.
Like, this is the soO we want to see. We don't want, like, soO has some special things about him that make him very interesting and different from a lot of the other top world Zergs, right?
Yeah, I agree.
And, yeah, I mean, I'm just so happy to have soO back, and having the way that he played that last series, I'm like, all right, the old soO is going to be back. Maybe it's not completely back yet,
right?
But he's coming back. I'm waiting for the moment, Tasus, where we have 40 Corruptors that are 0-0. That's the real soO moment right there.
That's the real soO moment. 0-0 Corruptors in mass. I like it.
Kills all your air army, and then Stalkers kill them, and they just fly around.
I love that we're still calling it an air army after all these years, too.
Army, man.
That's the, how sophisticated we are over here. Burlingrad, I think I got the hiccups, man. Burlingrad for map 1, Nautilus for map 2, and Hardwire for map 3. Artos is going to cast this while I try to drink water upside down.
Tasus, did you get those shorts at E-Mart? I think I have that exact same pair.
I'm like, these are your pants, Artosis. You just exposed us in our secret life right now. Now, I think I got these online.
Okay.
Answer. But it could have been
Tasus doesn't want to admit to shopping at the Korean Walmart called E-Mart.
Dragon Phoenix Gaming, herO. Guangdong Freaks, soO.
You were talking about E-Mart, man, but not long ago, Artosis and I were in America, in Florida, Streamer Royale, and we ended up going by Walmart.
Dude, it was so much fun.
That is, people ask me sometimes in my stream, like, oh, I'm going to America. What do you think I should experience culturally? Go to Walmart.
Yeah.
That's the most American thing I've seen.
It's the most American thing.
Look around at the people that are in there shopping, the people that are working there. That is quintessential America.
We bought some amazing swim trunks there.
We did.
My kids loved them.
Yeah.
When I wore them at home, they loved them.
Yeah. Well, good stuff in Walmart. We also had to wait in line for an ungodly amount of time.
Oh, that was crazy.
While cashiers yelled at each other, and people moved very slowly to solve problems. Remember that? So it's like,
that happened.
Get whatever his name is out here. We need the key for this thing. And we watch a guy slow, like the slowest slow walk.
Yeah.
To our line for the cash register.
Yeah.
With a huge amount of people waiting.
Yeah.
The sense of urgency.
None.
None.
Zero.
Negative numbers if we could rank it.
Yeah. That's actually just. That's the one thing that I really love about Korea over so many places is there's a sense of urgency about everything.
Service is very good.
Even if, people, you'll put in some sort of order and they'll pretend that they're running to go to it. You know what I mean?
In Korea?
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll do like a kind of a
they'll just act
jog.
like they're.
It's like a jog they do.
Yeah. But it's not really even moving faster, but it's like, it makes you feel like they realize that you want this glass of water.
Yes. It's like a trot.
Yeah.
They do, like a jog
a little
trot.
bit of a trot, yeah.
Or if I'm like in a bar, as an example, in the U.S., man, I can literally sit at the end of the bar for 3 minutes before they come over to give me my drink.
You see, they see you in the peripheral and they just
they're
won't
like
care.
looking at me and then they just like go back to washing a dish and I'm like,
yeah.
It's just actually crazy. I have to tip you too for this. I mean, I don't even get what's going on.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, can I get I'll just say some light beer, and they'll just stare at me. Just turn and go get it. Yeah.
It's different.
Service is not as good in the US. Sometimes it's good.
Sometimes you get great service.
Sometimes you have amazing service. And other times you have terrible service, and then it's like either I'm going to have to tip anyways, or I'm going to have to ruin my whole evening getting upset and complaining about the service.
Yeah. Probably better not to do that.
I don't bother doing it.
I have plenty of other things I get upset about. That's not one that I want to spend any time on. There's plenty of Protoss players out there for me to get angry at.
There's plenty of gateway men in this world.
Yeah.
I can't possibly get worked up over bad service at the bar.
Yeah. All right, so Oracle opener here. Immediately removing the Overlord.
Yep.
Important stuff from herO.
This Overlord is going to be killed off. It won't be easy.
It won't be easy.
Yeah. Look at this wild goose chase the Stalker's been on.
I know.
So already, herO's taken his third base. We're going to watch and see. And again, everything's lining up to look like what herO did in the other games. Yeah. Stalkers, not more Oracles, though. What, he's got 2, right?
Twilight is coming up, and then 3 gates. So this looks to me that I believe we're going to see Glaives.
Yeah, I think you're right. Glaives then into what we saw before.
Yeah, very likely. But honestly, 4 gates? If he adds 2 more tastes, 5 gates. This should just be an all-in. That's like a placeholder
6.
Nexus, I bet you.
Yeah, that's all there for looks.
Yeah, he's trying to trick him. So, yeah, we're going up to a full 7 gates right now. Oh, it's charge even. Oh my God, I didn't expect that. But charge can work. Charge, Glaives, whatevs. It's all good. The thing about this, I guess, is the warping in and getting across the map, because obviously there's no prism or anything like that. We don't see any proxy pylons. So I just wonder about the reinforce and everything, right? Like, okay, here comes 5 Zods. Yeah. Obviously you need to wait for another round because it's going to line up with charge better. But is that it? Like you're going to attack with like 15 Zealots and that's your build?
This is kind of a barbarian play here, but yeah. I think it actually could work.
Well, I think he's going to continue pro production. We just saw 3 made. Let's see if he starts them up again right now. The pylon just finished. 2 more Zealots. Let's see. Yep, there it is. So this is like a pretty massive barbarian rush or something you said.
That's said like a minute ago.
It is, yeah. Well, it's just
they mock the barbarian, but sometimes his club does hit and the mage dies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, look, this is. I mean, it's powerful.
The barbarian,
but he's not all in with this, even though it kind of looks it.
He may just be sitting there with fat and muscles and mostly naked and carry a club with nails in it. Illiterate, unable to cast spells or heal, But sometimes the Barbarian class wins.
Yeah, look at this. So this is like so hilarious what we're watching. He literally, like, he killed the Overlord, and then he went charge in third Nexus, and then he warped in 15 Zealots and walked across the map with them. And guess what? Pro gamer soO, who's been in the finals of the World Championship in 6 GSL finals, died to 15 Zealots that walked across the map.
Listen,
after
he was
Nexus.
the mage, man. He had his sorcerer's staff, and he had his spell book in his hand, and his robe, and with all of his mana, and then the Barbarian came in and cracked his head open.
Dude, this Zerg Poindexter over here, thinking this game is all complicated and there's all these things you got to do, and herO showing him the simplicity of the Barbarian Zealots.
And the Barbarian has now taken the mage brain. He's crafting that into items later on that make him stronger, okay?
Oh, no. He ate it because he thought it would make him smarter, okay? and now he has mad
He has
cow.
brain parasites, yeah.
Okay. But
all
you know what? His next Barbarian Rush might have 16 Zealots because of that. And how can you stop that at 15 kill you?
That's true. It's a good question to ask. Nautilus 2 for map 2. herO with a short and simple victory there against soO. Embarrassing loss for soO, no doubt.
Dude, 15 Zealots walked across and killed him.
Yeah.
That hurts. It's not even a prism
Listen,
there.
It took us 12 years in GSL to go full circle, all right? And we just did it there now.
This is like something that you do to someone who just installed the game that day.
That's right, yeah. To your friend who's trying to learn to play that doesn't know that you have to stop making workers at some point in time.
Or it doesn't know you have to keep making them. Either way.
Either one.
Dragon Phoenix Gaming, herO.
Dude, there's something so funny about this being a pro game that we just saw.
Guangdong Freaks.
It was
soO.
literally a third Nexus.
Yeah.
There was no prism. There wasn't much of a setup. Like, oracles flew around. Okay, yeah. And then he walked the Zealots across the map and killed him.
Here's what makes it so strong is you didn't even have to spend any of the extra minerals on the tech. You think about the gas a lot of times, right? And that's that's like, well, we got to get that. No.
He didn't
you make
use
the
gas
Stargate,
units.
Yeah. You don't need it. Don't do it, because that gas structure or unit, that was another gateway that could have been made.
Yeah. Well, I mean, gas units, like, those aren't Barbarian. Like, those don't have clubs. They shoot lasers.
What are you
and
gonna make
stuff.
a sentry? Sounds like a mage move.
Yeah, sounds like something a mage would do.
Why don't you go write a couple paragraphs about Guardian Shield online? Let's talk about how good that is.
Tell us about your hallucination scouts. You dork.
So they're not the real units.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Oh wow, ghost units. Well, I'm so scared. Ghosts aren't even real.
Yeah.
They literally don't even do damage.
I mean, it was a brutal loss. And there was like a little bit of brilliance in it, to be honest, but it was a very fugly build.
Dude, he attack moved them, and then he did one micro. He did a micro Tasis, which is he then had the Zealots, and he walked them forward so that they surrounded the Queens, and then the game was over. Right? If it's like Marines that go across win, at least Maru's like stimming them and microing them and like pulling them back. Not here though, Tasis.
Not here, I'm afraid.
My God. It's just so funny. I don't know.
We should mention that this is kind of a funny map. Basically, have a quadrant each, four starting locations is what I'm trying to say on the map. By the way, Robo right away.
Okay. Okay. Very different build from herO. Already more technical than the last game.
Yes. So perhaps he's going to go maybe into Disruptor?
It's possible for sure. Yeah, that actually makes the most sense, right? Speed Disruptor drop. Whenever you see a Robo first, like, I mean, Immortal pushes are not really a thing anymore. Not quick Immortal pushes.
That's pretty old.
Yeah.
So probably War Prism and then Disruptors. And honestly, like, this is a good spot to do it in.
Yeah. Observer first. Probably just go over and scout with that. But yeah, like, I mean, it has to be a disruptor drop, doesn't it? Or is he just gonna make a prism and go like do some harassment?
It's gonna be an even older window.
No, it is an immortal. It is an immortal. Like he didn't start the.
Is he gonna make a warp prism and then fly up into the main and force field the ramp and win the game?
Yeah, I mean it's funny because you don't see these immortal pushes very often anymore. Like the maps are better designed now, so it's hard to just walk in like Party used to do and just kill your opponent. You know, we don't have any Wolfenstein 3D maps where it's just, you know, a hall and you put down one force field and that's it.
Well, I mean, another mortal's coming here. The rush distance is pretty good, to be honest. We're gonna get the Soul Train, dude.
The Soul Train?
Soul Train's on.
Well, you know what? herO is just about as Protoss as you can get tonight.
Who called it the Soul Train? Was that Parting?
Yeah.
That was his name for the build?
I think so. It was certainly his build, because I remember so clearly every other pro was hitting it like a minute late. Remember when Liquid herO tried it, and it was literally 1 minute later than Partings?
Yeah. Everybody was trying to do it, and Partings would always come out and always work, and then when other people did it, they didn't have the ordering down like he did.
Yeah. That was maybe the biggest discrepancy in straight build orders I've ever seen at the pro level. Party versus everyone else doing his build.
Doing a build is a lot harder than it looks. Now, he should see with the Immortal and the Sentry, he should know what's coming here. Observer's going to reposition. And now we just got to see, you know, is soO going to be ready? I doubt soO expected this to be coming at him. But when you look at the rush distance, it kind of makes sense. The Immortals do get there pretty quickly. From top left to top right, this isn't exactly the craziest travel distance.
Yeah.
And therefore, the rush activates a little bit quicker here.
It is pretty quick. Okay, takes down the morphing Ravager very, very quickly. Okay, nice juggle there. Oh, picks up a Sentry. Yeah, beautifully done. The Guardian Shield doing some serious work here as well. The Immortal's taking no damage thus far. Guardian Shield really keeping health high on these things.
Yeah,
like, my God.
Warp Prism extremely safe, by the way.
Plenty of Stalkers coming in. The drones have to come out to fight, and herO is speed running this, man.
Yeah.
And he's going to win the group with this.
He's going to try to dive in on the Warp Prism. And he uses that as bait, comes back. This is over.
Yeah, nothing really left. Immortals triggering again. Prism stays alive, just can't quite hit it. Warping in just enough Zealots to tank all the damage as well. Or all the damage that he needs tanked.
Yeah, he can actually hang back now and try to pick off Overlords, anything else. Still 2 Immortals, man. Constantly firing shots, constantly doing damage. Gotta be careful.
Okay, hold on. He pushes him back for now.
Nice shot there on that.
That was great aim.
The Immortal no-scoped him, man.
And going to continue a little bit of harassment, but those are so low at this point. Okay, take a quick look. 44 workers to 41. Is soO going to be all right?
Well,
I
it
don't
looks
think
like
so.
I mean, he has to remake the Queens for one.
The thing is, he saved both Immortals and the Prism.
Yeah, that's true.
Forge and Twilight coming down. Killed a fair amount of drones there, but I guess, you know, he just doesn't have that many probes himself. Just barely.
Well, Blink starts, and I guess we were wrong. I kind of thought it was going to be the tipping point there once the Queen started to fall, but didn't seem like there was enough, you know, beefy stuff on the ground to really take a fight. Might have wanted to warp in a few more Zealots to deal with the Lings. The Lings were coming out, and we're kind of in the game long enough. But again, I don't feel like the Zerg is necessarily in a good position from this. They're just not dead. I mean, we don't see a 4th hatchery, and we have a 3rd Nexus already on the way.
Well, I think the follow-up here into Disruptor and Blink, what could you possibly do against that? He's got 3 Immortals as a base of his army, and it's not like you have some great economy here as soO. He's on 3 bases and the same amount of workers.
Oh my God.
It's looking bad. I think that as, you know, he gets up to 2 and then 3 Disruptors, there's not a lot of options left here for soO. How do you take those fights correctly? nice save on the drone there.
Okay, so the drone does start up the hatchery.
10 roaches on the way.
Yeah, and so right now, soO is preparing for a fight to happen. Like, they both are pretty aware of the plays on each side. But I don't see any way that either side can pull away from this. I think Protoss has to try to gear up for another attack. And I think that Zerg has to be ready to brace for impact here.
soO might even attack himself. It's a possibility.
Yeah, well, I think
he's making a lot.
You have to attack if they don't attack you, because otherwise you've mustered this army that has no function.
Yeah, that's a good point. But as the disruptors are popping out, like, it's going to become very, very difficult when your army is mostly roach. He's going to get some juicy hits.
For sure. Very tanky army.
Hey, look, it's ghost units. Wow, so cool.
Pain. Rocks go down.
Yes.
Fourth base being taken here for herO.
Speed just about done for his Prism. So now the microability of this is so much more. Now, if something goes wrong with that Prism and Disruptors, like if he just flies it into Queens and loses it all, okay, then we got ourselves like a real situation here.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Well, I didn't think it was going to happen, but I'm trying to make it exciting. But yeah, that almost really just happened.
That was
like
the closest thing
literally
ever.
1 health. If I was soO, I'd pause the game, man.
Say, send it back over here. Let me kill it.
1 health, like, serious?
That was insane.
Hey, a lot of Ling Bane coming out. I love the idea. We've seen a lot of this, like, kind of idea from Ragnarok, where you just make, like, this massive, massive, massive army that's actually not that good, but does a lot of damage very quickly. Kind of just roll in, see if you can kill your opponent.
Yeah.
And, you know what, with the Disruptors here, I think a lot of this is just how those Disruptors connect. Look at that. Doesn't blink an eye. No Disruptor shots.
Baneling speed almost done. I think this is going to be the moment where we're going to see soO, just like this wrecking ball of an army, come through here and try to flatten him.
There's not that many force fields, I don't think. The Banelings, like, if he brings them in from 2 sides, dude, he has, like, over 50 Banes now.
All right, here we go.
Oh, he's coming in before they're even done. Oh, that was actually a good pullback.
Yeah, really nicely done. This is so much.
Oh, that's a pretty sick hit right there. The Banelings really starting to connect. The Immortal eating infinity Banelings right there. Truly living up to its name.
Yeah.
Oh, he actually picks off that Disruptor before the hit. More Banelings coming in. Finally, the Immortal dies. That thing ate 40 Banelings, I swear to God.
That was a real hero of a unit there. Is he not going to snipe that Disruptor? No.
Not going to snipe anything.
No, and I got to say, I mean, you saw the supplies sink on both sides. I don't feel like herO's in a bad spot at all.
Okay, well, he's making 2 Colossus at a time now, so it's going to be Colossus Stalker, and Super Mass Baneling can kill that.
It can, you're right.
This might be a little bit wasteful, though, wants to pull back. Okay, some Archons being joined in. That is huge, huge, huge.
Oh, you can actually get these Banes down here. Oh, or not.
If you just add Banelings to this composition, like, I mean, you saw how many Baneling hits at Immortal 8, right?
Right.
Archons do the same. It's like 17 Banes or something.
And so, it seems like herO's going to try to creep back out here. Clean up whatever creep he can. Keep in mind that Zerg doesn't have a 5th base, which would be in the bottom right quadrant. There's really nowhere else for Zerg to expand unless you wanted to just straight up hide a base. I don't know if that's going to get past herO, though, to be honest.
Okay, here we go. That is a lot of Banelings coming down, but the Archons standing in the way. Banelings do start to connect a little bit. The Colossi get microed back. Not a lot of damage on them.
Dude, that was pretty crazy.
Yeah. soO's not getting the damage he was looking for here.
Yeah. I mean, the army is a bit disjointed here. I think herO needs to be a little bit careful and keep these Colossi. It doesn't matter. GG. herO takes that next game. 2-0.
All right, so that herO is like good, man. Like he is top 2 of the group no matter what at this point. Maybe if Maru 2-0s, he can actually retake first place in the group. Yeah. But that's the final game for herO here tonight.
I gotta say, man, herO is looking like he might be the guy that takes this season. He's really on top of his play. He's showing a really wide range, and he's showing innovative play as well.
I completely agree with you. Like, he really can win.
He
really can. And it's a different feeling than when Trap could win, because he's actually the one dictating what's going on.
That's right. We're going to go to that interview now, see how herO's feeling.
And herO secures the first place in Group A by defeating soO just now. Congratulations, herO. Thank you. So you are the first place of Group A, and that means you're advancing to round of 4 directly. How do you feel? You know, even after the match, I didn't really realize that I'm going to the round of 4. And now that I know, I feel so happy right now. So this is your round of 4 after 7 years, because your last one was in 2015. So it's really fascinating to see you perform so well after the military service. So what might be a reason for that, herO? You know, when I first made it to round of 4, I still suffered from the disappointment back then. And it's been a hard journey for me. And now that I moved to the round of 4 today, I really want to play without regrets, and I don't want to ever have a regrettable situation. And there has been some talk saying that offline herO might not be that strong. But after the military service, has something changed herO for you? It feels like you're performing better in offline matches now. Well, compared to back then, you know, I got married, and right now my mentality is more stable, and I feel like I'm able to focus on my games more. And I think the current meta suits me right now. And I think that's been quite instrumental for me. So herO, today, you secured the first place, and you make it around the 4 after 7 years. So you show some immortal rush against soO. So what was that about? For the second game, you know, I was really fortunate. I was really lucky. You know, I was so ahead after I was able to search the enemy base right away. And you know, the game could have been more hard, you know, but I'm really happy that I was able to end the game. So you'll be playing against the Group B in the next round. So there's 2 Zergs in the group, 2 Terrans as well, Bunny and Cure, and also a product player creator. So we're not sure who's gonna make it to round of 4 to play against you. But is there a specific player that you want to meet and take your revenge against? Is there a player, herO? I mean, rather than picking a particular player, I do want to play against a Zerg. And hopefully Ragnarok makes it around the 4 and I can play against him in a PvZ. I recently lost to Ragnarok a lot, so I want to take my revenge against him. So you hope that he passes the round of 6 to play against you. And herO, you have been mentioned a lot as the favorite of this tournament this season. So anything else you want to say? Well, I never expected myself to make it to round of 4. I'm really happy. I have a lot of time to prepare for the round of 4 match, so I'm gonna try to practice hard and try to show a better performance in the next match. herO, once again, congratulations on making it to round of 4. Thank you.
All right, guys, well, we're not done yet. We've got one more match to close out Group A. That's going to be Zoun versus Maru, PVT to close out Group A. We'll be right back.